So what's up everybody? Hopefully everybody have had an amazing day. Now today, pretty much I just wanted to start by going through some things, and of course the first thing I'm gonna go through is just to show you all pretty much an account I'm gonna track, and I'm gonna show you all pretty much my progress on it, etc, etc. Alright, as I've been running through pretty much and trying to be as transparent as possible, of course. I'm just overall gonna run through this account. I'm gonna pretty much go through the thought process, etc., etc. Now, this account, of course, was started pretty much the 30th of December 2024, as you can see. I've been trading a little bit on it. It says approximately 15 trades, but some are very small trades, as you can see, like very insignificant trades. So it's not serious trades. It's more or less like 0.01 lots, etc., etc., which has been used. And of course, that's just due to that I want to stay active. And as you can see, I've not traded that much because you can see the account balance has not moved that much. But currently, it's approximately in, I think, 2% drawdown. Let's see here. So I think it's approximately 2% drawdown. And that's just because I've taken the 2 initial losses. Please go and check that other video out. I'm gonna link that video there as well. So just please go and check that video out. In there, pretty much I cover the trades I've taken previously, right? But I'm gonna pretty much run through this account throughout the next coming weeks. I'm gonna show you all pretty much the process, everything. So it will just be super good, all right? It will just be super good, and it's lovely, right? I need something to track so you guys can see my progress, etc., etc., in a more transparent way. And of course, the 200k uh, funded account would be good to actually go through and show you guys. Um, so the next coming weeks, I'm gonna run this through, right? But what I wanted to talk about is that, of course, this week or this last week, I actually pretty much ended up taking a few trades, and of course, I ended up pretty much making around 30% on my live account, which is crazy for a week. So remember, last week, like the previous one after that, or prior to this last one, pretty much I was approximately in 2% drawdown, if y'all remember it. Now, right now, this last week, I ran the account up to 30% plus, which is crazy, week over week, right? So it's not the end of the month yet, it's just the start of the month, just the first week of the month. I ran it up to 30%, which is crazy good. I'm going to show you all executions, all trades I've taken. Just note, I've not traded on any live accounts or evaluations. Like, people will wonder, well, why haven't you? Well, I have not traded on any funded accounts due to that they have a news rule, right? You cannot trade during news, and I pretty much traded throughout news. And just note that last week was non-farm payroll week. However, for this week, for the next given week, I will run through this account. I'll show you everybody how I'm able to do it. And it's just gonna be a real nice time. So there we go. Anyways, let's dive right into overall buys and pretty much the trades I'm gonna be focusing on for this week, but also the trades I took last week. So yes. So as you will be able to see here, for the Tuesday right here, we pretty much seen Fed Chairman Powell speaking. Overall, pretty boring day, I would suspect. So probably we might see a setup occurring here on Tuesday, like for this given week. However, I'm not so keen on seeing anything happen. And instead, I think it's gonna happen on the given Wednesday. Now, on the given Wednesday, we also have Fed Chairman Powell speaking, which is a little bit sad. And by the way, like why I'm specifically talking about this is just because on those days I don't specifically trade. So on Fed Chairman Powell speaking, I don't trade, but of course if I see like an A plus setup, of course I'm gonna take it. But for the Wednesday here, you can see we have CPI. Possibly will hold through this news, but not of course for any live evaluations or anything like that, or live funded account. But it's still demo. Like live funded is still demo. Um, so might not hold it through because of the news rules. We just end up seeing. But personal, yes, definitely. Now, of course, for the Thursday here, I think Thursday is going to be beautiful. I think definitely I will trade Thursday because overall we don't have Powell testifying. So it probably will have the market settle down. And I think personally, all this week, right, all throughout here, is going to be mega bearish for the DXY. And I think we're going to be super bullish for anything against DXY. That is EURUSD, that is GPUSD, etc., etc. So I think that's going to be a good thing to look for. So right now we are on the 4-hour time frame on EURUSD for the very special reason that I'm gonna cover a given trade which I've already taken this past week, and it was just one of the trades pretty much I've took, and of course it just ended up making me approximately 10%, so it's crazy good. And I'm gonna show you guys executions right here, but I'm also gonna show you guys my pre-analysis, etc., etc. If you want to listen to anything which is not in hindsight, please go back a few weeks and just listen to the calls I've previously had, or which the calls pretty much the videos uploaded previously on YouTube, because in there I pretty much going through my analysis for Euro, etc., etc. And you guys know that I was super bullish, and I'm still super bullish for Euro. A lot of people are bearish, I'm bullish, alright? So just inversing everybody here. But as soon as I saw this drop down lower, we ran through all of this sell side liquidity here. Now this sell side is in the form of time-based liquidity, and as soon as we run through time-based liquidity and we have external alignments, well, I'm just looking for higher prices. So as you can see, this sweep looked super good right here, and we opened up down in here. And I had a level precisely under here, and I also had like a purge alignment, and I'll kind of cover all of this later, but this is just some sauce for the people who know purges. You guys know that, well, as soon as I saw us being in this level, we were to run to the given purge level, because pretty much that's what we're supposed to engineer some liquidity. Meaning this state of where price is pretty much this given low will just pretty much be staying for a very short period of time. Meaning you can take a super easy long, because you're anticipating quick price action towards the upside. Now moving in towards the 15 minutes, as you can see here. Right here, as you can see, my MetaTrader right there. My execution, I executed right there. Now, what did you actually execute on? Well, if you go back into the 5-minute time frame, I'm gonna just quickly show you guys. I just executed on the first little FVG, alright? So the nearest FVG to the 0000, that's what I executed on. Now that's called an EFM FVG. You can drag it out all throughout the whole week, and you can also use it for pretty much 24 hours as a precise entry. Super saucy, and that's pretty much what I used. Just took an entry right here, stop loss pretty much at the nearest low, and I was just targeting. This was supposedly gonna be a swing trade, but of course I think I was fully out right here, like at this consolidation right there. Now at this consolidation, you can see I was anticipating price to, of course, continue up all throughout the week. I was actually also anticipating off our payroll to continue up bullish. But as we pretty much were seeing, we saw an original consolidation form, and so I took pretty much a partial here, and I moved my stop loss up because, of course, when you starting to see a consolidation, and of course you are seeing engineer liquidity getting taken out, which we saw here, well, that could be equally as well when you see rejections like this, a market maker sell model. And so that's exactly what we saw. We saw this given market maker sell model right here, right? We saw price running up and running lower. See, run for this original consolidation low right there. And of course, for here, I just waited. I think I took final partial here, like I said. You'll see it on the executions. Now, as I was more bullish, and as we completed the market maker sell model right here for the previous week, you see right here, we swept that, and now looking at it from this given perspective here, this is then time-based liquidity, because, well, it's the previous daily low. So you can see the previous daily low being right there, took out time-based liquidity. As soon as we took out time-based liquidity and externals is bullish, I'm looking for high prices. Now, just note that this was the Thursday prior to non-farm payroll. Non-farm payroll right there. I was anticipating higher prices, but I was not anticipating this sort of bad price action. And what you will notice is that I actually took this on my funded accounts, etc., because on the Thursday we didn't have any given news. So if you're wondering why didn't you trade it, well, I took it, but I was stopped out at break even thanks to spreads. All right, thanks to spreads over here. However, just note that this actually ended up playing out. I'm gonna show you some executions here. So some of the executions on some of the accounts, or my personal accounts, pretty much got stopped out at break even right here, as you will be able to see, or even possibly stopped out. And also the swing trade got stopped out, which I entered right here. So just note the swing trade also got stopped out, like the rest of the positions of the swing trade. But I got also some profits because I took a trade on the non-farm payroll, and as you can see right here, it also ended up succeeding. So pretty much ended up taking the take profit right up here, which was, I would say, personally not luck, because I was targeting this. Like, I had all my take profits here, but of course the news, as I was thinking, the news would just be pretty much bullish. And as I saw here, another sort of time-based liquidity wave, another STA here. Even though the STA played out, it's very hard to get a feel when you have non-farm payroll news. But that's pretty much what I ended up doing here. Now I'm not done yet, because I also pretty much took a trade on GBP USD. Now the given trade here was very similar to the one I took on Euro USD, where I was just anticipating high prices. So just note, if we go up to the 4 hour here again, I'm going to show you pretty much a pre-analysis which I had. I'm going to drop it right here as well. But what I was just thinking was just higher prices here. And if you look at it on a day-to-day perspective, you'll see pretty much a market maker buy model. You can see the market maker buy model right up here. I'm looking for this being completed. You can see this was just pretty much the low risk sell. Constant encroachment of this wick was pretty much what I entered on higher time frame level. So that's how I get some levels. Just we use wicks. Like, why not? Why would you not? Like, it's super easy and personally super good. So here's the analysis once again. I'm going to just show you right here. As soon as we gapped down lower, took out this time-based liquidity, I was looking for higher prices from a real fast up move. All right. And so what did I do? Well, I ended up, of course, scaling down to the lower time frames, and I ended up taking first pretty much retrace here, because as you all know, I was looking for like a buying program here. I was looking for a quick reversal towards the upside. And so what did I end up doing? Well, I entered here. I put my stop loss right there at the given low, because we should not reach for any of these given lows, and we should not now either. So like, we should not reach for any of these lows still. And I was pretty much targeting, of course, the high here. And you can see I would have been out. However, I took partial here, and I took partial here, and I put like a final partial here, small partial, and then I trailed my stop loss, because I was thinking it's gonna run much higher with an alpha pair, etc., etc. Ended up not doing it, and ended up getting stopped out somewhere here, somewhere here. So I'm gonna show you the executions here as well, so everybody can see them. And at the end of this video, I'm gonna show you all pretty much my account balance as well at the end. So let's just now go into some higher time frame analysis. So we are right now pretty much on this given higher time frame for VAGAP on a monthly time frame. You'll be able to see this on the levels chart. We'll see here, if we move to the level chart, if we move to the monthly here, you'll be able to pretty much see the things I'm particularly keen on seeing here. You can see the levels right up here, the levels I'm pretty much about and going to use. So if you are just looking at this, I'm pretty much focusing in on the 0.75% mark right here, the line up here, and that's at 108.573. And of course, I'm looking for us going into that, pretty much creating high of the week and dumping from there. And my target for this week, if we go and look here, so you can see I'm just looking for the higher time frame 75% mark. So it's just over right there, like right up here. You could pretty much say it's a rejection block as well. You call it whatever, it's multiple deviations aligning. I'm particularly keen on seeing us just trading up to that given alignment up here and dumping from there. Alright? And that would be super good STA, because tomorrow, as you can see, this is the Tuesday, right? Or the Monday. Tomorrow it's gonna be Tuesday. We're probably gonna take the for this buy side liquidity up here. We're probably gonna dump from there towards pretty much lower prices, right? Inversing this and reaching a lower. My CPI PPI target is pretty much this low right here. And so I'm looking for something like this, where we reach up higher STA. This is something I'm going to trade if we see tomorrow. And of course, we don't have news. And I can trade it. I'll just see if I can trade it even. I don't know if I will be able to trade it on the 200k, but we'll end up see what happens. We can see time-based liquidity sweep higher up here, low prices inversing this and reaching for this with a CPI target. So I'm super bearish for the CPI for the DXY. But please, this is just my own analysis, so stick to your own perspective. And you can also see the market maker sell model pretty much I've annotated and see the equal lows right up here. But let's just dive right up to Euro here. I'm just gonna quickly show you Euro. Now Euro is looking a little bit less good like compared to GU, for example, because particularly I'm keen on seeing GU be much more bullish now in the next coming days compared to Euro. And you can just look that up in comparison of interest rates, etc., etc. You decide what you're gonna do, but I'm gonna look for overall a little bit low price here, possibly sweep these equal lows as you can see on a lower time frame. To pretty much that will look something like this. See the equal lows are down here. You can see the low right there. I'm just looking for that get a swept, and then I'm looking for higher prices from there. So that would be an extremely good STA. All right, high prices all throughout the coming CPI event. Now, same thing goes for GU. GU looks even better because look at the engineer sell side liquidity right here. And look at this engineer sell side liquidity. I'm looking for us trading down lower, create an SMT between this low. Remember this low on Euro. Trade into this level, which I've shown. Pretty much trading up high with a CPI event, etc., etc., reaching for the equal highs up here. Anyways, that was like a quick run through of the bias. There's multiple other things I'm looking for. I'm gonna do a more in-depth analysis, but you can just look my previous videos. It's very simple to just go through them, run through them, and you'll pretty much see my more in-depth analysis. Now I'm gonna do a more uh, and better video coming later, of course. But this was just quick little call, quick little video for you guys to run through and see pretty much your analysis, etc., etc. But please make sure to not trade this blindly. Please make sure you know what you're doing, and also, of course, just note that all of this is no financial advice. All right, so please don't listen to me. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much, and I'll see you all. Bye.